Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, something feels like it's holding you back? Like you want to show up for your goals, but you're feeling a little stuck? Let me tell you something, my friend. That person is usually you. In this case, it was me, for sure. Hear me out. I heard this on a podcast once when I went down the rabbit hole, making money online, self-improvement, and it made complete sense. Okay, so I am not lazy or broken, or at least that's what I'm telling myself, but there's these part of us that show up. Let's call these parts our inner rebels, and they're here to protect us. They are trying to help us, but instead of helping us, they're hindering our progress. Let me explain why these inner rebels show up. So they usually pop up or appear when we're trying something new, something outside of our comfort zone, basically uncharted territory for us. Something like starting a new gym routine, eating healthier, posting a video, setting boundaries for yourself. Basically anything that is outside your comfort zone. These rebels are like your brain's survival squad. They whisper to you saying, don't go there, it's unknown. Stay here, it's safe. But the safety is just a resistance to change or to try something new. And listen, I feel it too. I'm tired, my kids are home for summer break, my baby might wake up any second now, but I'm still recording. I want to act from my higher self and not from my scared self. And these rebels will show up in anything you do in life. Like I mentioned before, when you're trying something new, like either meal prepping, doing a new exercise routine, starting or posting a video, even planning a trip. For me was starting this social media account. And afterwards, after the filming the video, which is uncomfortable as it is, then you have to go back and edit and seeing yourself and listening to yourself. Yes, it is a little cringe, but it's part of the process, and we got to get through it. It's your brain's mechanism saying it's unknown, it's unsafe. But these rebels don't mean any harm. They really do think they're trying to help you and keeping you safe. Now, pay attention to how you're feeling. Are you feeling resistance, distraction, anxiety, procrastination? Now, we all feel these, and there's nothing wrong with you, and there's nothing wrong with that. But let's just be aware that, my friend, is a rebel at the wheel. For example, today, it's not going to be perfect at all, as much as I wanted to prepare for this. But I've been sick for almost 2 weeks, which I hardly ever get sick. And, I have my kiddos at home. I am being a little paranoid about my baby waking up any second now. But I'm deciding to show up regardless of how this is going to turn out at the end. But I'm completely showing up for myself and for you. So I hope this kind of helps somebody out there, that it's not going to be perfect, but I'm still continuing to do it. Now, let's try to recognize some of these rebels and what they whisper in our ear. Like when we're really excited about something and then all of a sudden we are not. Like when we tell ourselves this has to be absolutely perfect the first time, which we know will not happen. Avoiding something that we were going to do and just keep pushing it off. Needing to do as much research on a topic for us to feel confident to talk about it and pretend that we're some type of experts that we're not. We just hear something and we want to communicate it and get that through to you. See, this was me months ago, maybe a few years ago, trying to learn as much as I could on how to start a YouTube channel, how to start a social media. And I even went as far as buying courses, learning about these courses, and never selling these courses. Not sure if it's sounding familiar to any of you, but that was an inner rebel. See, what we gotta learn is, we gotta learn to notice it, we gotta learn to acknowledge it, we gotta learn to name it. And once we name it, we get our power back. Then, my friend, we become the observer, no longer its puppet. Ignoring these rebels will just make them take over behind the scenes. Then we start to say things like, I'm just a perfectionist. This is just how I am. But that's not you. That's a part of you. But if you don't address it, you take it on as your identity. And let's face it, you can do whatever you want to do. So what are the common inner rebels? There are 5. Let's start with the perfectionist, since we have been talking about her since the beginning of this video. She has built in evidence that if she is perfect, if she performs well, she will be liked and admired. So she now equates perfectionist with love and acceptance. Ultimately, she thinks the more perfect she is, the more valuable and loved she will be. So she shows up when you're doing something new, something that you know is going to be unperfect. So she shows up trying to protect you. So the perfectionist wants everything to be done right. She has already made up her mind and believes making mistakes equal danger. Shows up mostly when you're doing something new. And then we have the people pleaser. This is more commonly in caregivers or moms, for sure. They put everything on themselves, pouring to everyone else, thinking at some point it's going to pour back. And when they give, they feel like they haven't given enough. This keeps you drained and disconnected from yourself. The next inner rebel is the strong one. The strong one thinks that by being strong and doing it all equals valuable, but it just keeps you from asking for help and resisting it. This one often leads to burnout. Then you have the tranquilizer, and this one's a sneaky one. I think I was having some type of level of perfectionist and tranquilizer for sure when doing this video. This one makes you forget, makes you tired and shut down, makes you want to keep scrolling when you are about to take action. She shows up as procrastination and low energy. This one's a sneaky one, but a very powerful one. And the last one is the lone wolf. Now the lone wolf will say, they don't get me anyway. They push people away so they don't have to be rejected. Keeps isolated when they could and need to ask for support. But shift happens when you face them. When you name them, you get your power back. You stop reacting from fear and you start acting from your higher self, your future self. You realize these parts are not your enemy, and they appear when you are about to grow. They're a sign that you're moving forward, and that's a good thing. You know that taking that small step towards that new project is not going to harm you. Posting that video is not going to kill you. It's actually going to get you closer to your final goal. You will understand by eating healthier, your mind and your body will start to feel better in just a few days. And starting to plan that trip just by looking at possible dates just gets you that much more excited to take that trip. And so on. Remember, these rebels will show up at any time in life, and anything that you're doing in life, in any situation you are in. Know why you're doing this. Know why you have that goal. It's going to be easy to revert back to what is comfortable. So keep this in mind. Know your why, know your vision, and know what you're committing to. On the path to your inner vision, these inner rebels will show up. The reason why they show up It's because you're moving forward and they want to keep you safe. They wouldn't be showing up if you're already in your comfort zone. If you stay still and stay compliant. They are showing up because you're moving forward, and that's a good thing. Look, doing inner work isn't always crystals and affirmations. It is messy, and it is resistance. But now that you know they're here and they're present, now you can decide if they align with your future self and decide from there. I hope this has helped you, as I know it helped me hear this information again. So until next time, my friend, I will see you later. Bye.